Today we are going to continue our revision session for week 5 today. And as all of you have been doing the practice, you can definitely go deeper with these revision sessions. So it is important that you continue the practice. That is the primary purpose of doing the revisions here, so that you can reach deeper levels of understanding and experiencing what you are learning. So each week, the more you practice, the more you um, embed the learning in your nature. It should become part of your nature, and you will continue to experience tests all through. As you learn, the test will appear right there, right after that. The more you learn, the more the tests. And the test is essentially a very beautiful provision that the nature has made. They are not to let us down or anything of that nature. They are just another opportunity for us to practice what we are learning, right? Yesterday, I was watching a very beautiful video by a very learned professor from MIT, and he was explaining how we actually retain what we learn. That was such an amazing thing. Some of us probably do that as our nature, built-in nature, like I do it. But many people probably are not even aware that that little thing that you do helps you retain. So, in short, that step. So, when you listen something, when you when you acquire knowledge, and you kind of feel that yes, I have understood it. Once you have that feeling, yes, I have understood it. After that, the process starts. Process of what? Forgetting. Right after you have learned, when you figure out, well, I got it, right? And after that, because you have removed that barrier within, it begins to fade away. So, and this is like these guys have done a very detailed study on this. And after the study, he had several other things, but one very important thing that he mentioned there was that unless you within the 24 hours, now you got the click, yes, I got it. Within 24 hours, unless you speak out what you have learned, it will not be retained. It will be washed out, right? Um, and then it will come back again in life. That is a different thing. But what is important is the technique for retaining what you are learning is to he was mentioning that even if you want to say it to yourself in front of the mirror or just talk to the wall and express what you have learned, that's the part when you actually establish that knowing within you. Then you will retain it. And the purpose of retention is that you should be able to bring it out of your mental archive whenever you want. When needed, that knowing should pop up. Then that's when your knowing is important. That's when it has served its purpose. So the trick is within the 24 hours, just say that to yourself, whatever that learning is. Speak it to yourself. So these revision sessions are that opportunity as well for you to test how much did I retain. Like I am so amazed at when participants in the revision sessions, when they are speaking out, even if they have prepared or whatever, but when they are talking, that's when the real test is. That's when it kind of becomes clear even to themselves that yes, I got it, right? So this is another um, important learning that I had yesterday, was that I should share it with all of you, that if you, whenever it clicks, anything, it doesn't matter what the subject is, whatever clicks, whatever you feel that yes, I got it, within the next 24 hours, try repeating it to yourself or explain it to somebody. If you have that luxury, yeah, find out somebody who is ready to hear and explain it to them. And if nobody is there, speak to the wall, right? Like we do in our session. Most of the cameras are shut, so I am actually speaking to the wall, right? So and I'm perfectly okay with that. That's something I wanted to explain to all of you, that try doing this. This is a very easy technique for retention. And retention is important because knowing is useless if you can't retrieve it when you need it, right? Otherwise, there's no point in knowing something when you can't use it, right? So to be able to use the knowing, do this little trick. And like this guy, was he explained it. It's so very well. I probably could not say that so clearly. It was amazing. So some things for us to be aware of, like how learning happens. All right. So with that morning thought that I had, I wanted to share with all of you. I I would now invite the flower of heaven for today to continue our revision session. So that will be Jayaji. Jayaji is going to take us through chapter 5, the explanation as well as the practice. So let us all welcome Jayaji. You can take the session over now.
Thank you.
Thank
So,
you.
like you said, we can even write it down. And when we write it down, it settles into our memory. Not
Write
only
it.
speak it out.
You can write. Writing is another very, very good way of learning. Like during our education, when we were going through education, during those, my style was to make notes,
Hmm.
right? And this is what I do even to date. I make my notes. So making notes is a very good way of retention. But the specific thing this gentleman was sharing, like
Hmm.
this is an MIT study, right? So like in MIT, they have gone very deep into the process. He was saying that saying it to yourself or to somebody, explaining it to somebody,
Hmm.
explaining to
Hmm.
yourself or to somebody, uh, it's a very powerful way of retention. Writing it down, of course, I mean, like it worked for me always. And the way I used to make notes, you won't believe. Um, every time I move from one class to the next class, there used to be several people requesting me to give them my notes. The next level class, they wanted to just have my notes because you know the way I explained to you, my notes were used to be the same, simple. Make it easy for myself, right? That's how. So explaining it to somebody or explaining to yourself is the way of retention. Even today, like this is from 19, I would say 1979 or 1980, when I was studying electrical engineering. Even today, if you ask me how does a motor work, I can explain it to you. And that was one subject everybody failed except me. I got that concept so clear in easy way. And see how we are prepared by our higher self. In my job interview, the job which I took after this, after I qualified, that was the question I was asked.
Wow.
And I debated, and this guy who was asking me the question was, at the time I didn't know. Later on, once I
Mm,
joined the company, he was a subject matter expert on motors
okay.
of the BHEL. This is the company, BHEL. That sized company, that kind of company, and this is a subject matter expert for the company on motors. And he is asking me the question, and you would believe, my interview lasted for 45 minutes and just one topic. And I answered every question he had on that subject. That's how you are prepared. See,
Mm,
but retention part is very important.
mm,
You got to
mm,
retain, and by explaining to yourself, you become so clear that when somebody asks you a question on that topic, you can always answer.
mm.
That is the key. So I thought I will share it with, if anybody is feeling lazy about reading that chapter every day, I can explain this is the reason why we are asked to do that. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So every time I read the chapter or go through it, I feel, oh my God, did I actually listen to this chapter last year or was I there? Or everything seems so much more clear, different. Um, it's just wonderful. Okay, so the topic this week is dealing with uninvited influences. And it's very important to deal with the influences. Um, and in this chapter, we are going to examine it and then go a little more in detail. And we will get a tool, a magical tool to continue in our process. We have been affected throughout our lives numerous times. And personally, I did not understand why. Personally, I thought my sleep pattern was very disturbed. Yes, it was because of the influences. Whether I invited them or it was outside. Many times I would watch a criminal show and go to sleep, a detective show and go to sleep, and then get up full of sweat thinking somebody's running after me. Um, there was a time when I saw a movie, I think it was Alien, and my cousin had just turned teenager or something, and I was a little girl, maybe 8, 9, and I covered my sister's eyes again and again when the scary scenes were there, but I watched it like a hawk. And after that, so many months I couldn't sleep. I felt something is coming to catch me, something is bothering me. It's all what we do and what we see and what we hear that affects us um, a lot of the times. So it's very important to deal with the influences. There are times when you have like a seller, a vegetable seller or a fruit seller. So you go out of your house to buy something. And then when you have a salesman or somebody comes and delivers something, you see him at the door, you pay for it, you deal with it, and then they go away. Then you have a friend. You bring them to the living room, you talk to them, give them coffee. Then you have a guru, a special friend, a loved one that you bring into the bedroom and sit down and chill. So it depends on you how you deal with the thought. It depends on you how you deal with the situation. So for me, to learn that I am the creator of my experiences was a game changer. Uh, I love that. And it took so long to register inside. I kept wondering how, why, what does this mean? Um, Then a lot of the times my behavior, I couldn't understand that what happened. I was fine, and then suddenly I blasted or I got upset, or I'm absolutely okay, and somebody comes and their behavior is completely different. And now when I sit and realize, I said, oh, it was an uninvited influence, either in my life or in their life. And so the blame game disappears. And so the irritation, the hatred, the dislike disappears. When you understand that they were under the influence, or like when you know somebody is drunk or they say something, you say, oh, he's had too much to drink. So it doesn't enter as deeply as regular. Also, when we hear about the tools, it's always that we want to share with our loved ones. If it has affected us, oh, can I share with my friends? Oh, can I share with this? But in this chapter, they say first you focus on yourself, first you heal yourself, first you understand, and then you can jump into the idea of helping others. You will be guided later on, uh, but be patient. Being in touch with higher self is a beautiful connection. And the more we get connected, the clearer our life, the better it is, and the more we practice. So, when, I mean, if you have a wound and somebody comes and touches your wound, and you go, it's not their touch that hurt you, it's the wound that hurt you. And once that wound is healed, no matter how hard the person touches you, it doesn't affect you. So, because we have a wound inside and that needs healing, that needs time, that is why a lot of the things affect us. But once we learn how to clean and clear our aura, once we learn to deal with the uninvited influences, the effect is very, very less. As we go deeper, we catch it when it comes. So it it just brings you back to your nature. Uh, there was once we had bought 14 tickets, and we were all of us going to watch a movie, a very, very good movie, Three Idiots. And my friend went and picked it up, and she said, I checked it. We were going on Sunday. And when she opened the tickets, it was Saturday night. And the person who sold us the tickets did not see, and neither did she see it. So she called the person and she started fighting with them, and that didn't you all see it? And we lost so much money. And then she called me. Then I said, okay, you give me the number. Let me call the person. Then she said, I'm so angry. You don't understand. I said, okay, we get the number and then we talk. So I called the person and I told her, I'm so sorry. She was yelling on the other hand because my friend had just called her. I said, you're absolutely right. I did not see and you did not see. So is there any option? Otherwise, what you do is I'll buy 14 tickets for tomorrow. She's like, tomorrow there are no seats. I said, okay, then you tell me what I should do. So she took a deep breath and she calmed down and she was like, you know what? I have an extra show on Wednesday, and Wednesday is a public holiday. I'll keep a whole row for you. And I understand it happens. I was like, okay, thank you. That's very thoughtful of you. And I really appreciate it. Next time, I will make sure that I check the tickets when I receive it. And then she said, okay, before keeping the phone, I want to know your name. I want to know everything, this and that. You immediately calmed me down. So that is the magic of connecting with your higher self. When the situation comes, your tolerance level is at its peak. So it will shake, but not, you will shake, but you will not fall because you are aware a situation is coming. Sometimes something happens. So, what they say, it's not situations will not come to you, but they will not touch you. So often, my mom always says that um, you have the kavach, the shield around you, like Love and Kush had Guru Vishwamitra's shield, and they were not affected when there was the war. So every arrow that came to them, they had the shield. So she said satsang is like that shield that protects you from everything else. So in this chapter, it's when you connect with your higher self. Um, so often when we have slept for several hours, I have got up exhausted. And I'm like, I slept at 10, I got up at 8, but I'm so tired because my body was asleep, but my mind was running continuously. And I put junk into my box here, and I cannot expect to have flowers in the morning. It's not possible. And then a lot of the times, fear blocks our thoughts. Um, I would have this habit of building up. Oh, this happened, then this will happen, then that will happen, then I won't be able to do it, then I can't do this, then I can't do that. And I would be cold, sweating, and full of fear of nothing. I created it, I expanded on it, and I built on it. Again, influence. Um, there was this couple who had to go somewhere, and the wife said, the last time when we went near the bridge, it was very shaky. And this time, while we are walking, what if I fall down? What will you do without me? Will you get married again? And she kept going on. Then he said, if anything happens to me, this is what you do. This is how it's going to go. And when they reached there, the whole bridge was new. And they had this whole story built up in their mind of nothing. It's actually nothing. So once you catch the influence, once you're aware of it, the influence disappears. Then this chapter has the word allow. When you allow things to affect you, they will affect you. Otherwise, when we were little, we heard even if your thoughts don't affect you, even God cannot come down and affect you. So put the no admission board outside here and said, this cannot enter. There was an old advertisement in the Indian channels where Govinda is on a bus and somebody hits him with the elbow and he says, धक्का लगाया क्यों? Why did you hit me? So he said, तुमने लिया क्यों? Why did you take it? So if anything anyone gives you and you don't take it, it remains in their hand. So that has been a very big change in my life also. So anytime anyone says anything and it affects me, and I was like, you took it in. Oh, you're allowing it to affect you. Don't you remember you're the creator? And immediately that thought disappears. Immediately that hurt, guilt disappears. Like my daughter had fallen down when she turned 1 in front of me, and she fractured her wrist. And I rushed her to the doctor, and we went to a play group just like a week or two after that. And somebody told me, what a bad mom you are. You can't even pay attention to your child. And I was like, I was next to her. I mean, if she fell down and I was sleeping or I wasn't aware or she's on top of something, she was playing on the sofa and she slept. And another friend called me and told me, how can she say that? How can she treat you like that? I said, that's her opinion. I know I care for my daughter and finish. I did the treatment at the right time. That's all you need. So now I realize being in power, being in control, that's the magic. First, we get influenced and then we allow it to hurt us. We allow it to affect us. And then at times when the child is not well, when you're friend is going through a bad moment in their life, when your spouse comes home with negativity, and like I would come home from school very heated up. My teacher said this, my teacher did not understand me or my subject, and then my mom would just listen to me, and then she'd give me a glass of water, and then I'd come home, eat my lunch. And then after I finish my lunch, after I've calmed down, then she said, see, if it's your mistake, you change it. If it's not your mistake, then that's the way the teacher deals with that situation. How can you benefit from it? So it's not blaming the teacher, but it's finding your way out. That helps. So when you pause, you're aware of the uninvited influence. And like Sir Seleshji said, that when you have the mosquito net, still at times the mosquito comes in. It does. So after you clean and clear your aura, still you have to be cautious, just a little bit more cautious. Uh, you said here, easier said than done. It takes, as you practice a recipe, the recipe gets into your head and it becomes an automatic process. But the first few times when you make the recipe, like gulab jamun, like dhokla, like whatever you try, it takes time to perfect it. So when you practice it every day, um, it just works. It slowly becomes natural. Um, it's beautiful that now when there are mood swings, when there is exhaustion, there is irritability, all you have to do is pause. Just stop everything and pause and think, and then get back into your nature. It's like somebody asked that, how is it possible to learn? I mean, gyan, knowledge will take so long to enter you. So if you have sat in a room that the light was off for 40 years, what do? Just turn on the light. So in Unified, they just turn on the light. And you see, oh, I have some dirt here. Oh, I have here. Oh, okay. I need to just, it's always been there, but we have not focused on it. Uh, at home with our loved ones, a lot of the times we open our aura unconsciously. So that has to stop. And then we have learned also that the influences are God's creation, full of love, and we are to treat them with compassion, with understanding, not to hate, not to be frightened, not to be confused, because they are confused souls and they need a perfect place. So, first you deal with not hating them and then sending them to their perfect place. So, it doesn't stay with you, it doesn't give you a bad feeling. You feel being a giver, a datar, a devta. Then they have been living in illusion, and so have we. We are alive and living in illusion. They are not in the body, but they're living in illusion. So when there is a dream, when there is an illusion, what do? Just wake up, open your eyes, and you will be able to solve it. uh, Deal with them as though, like, trust your neighbor, treat your neighbor the way you want to be treated. There, according to the book, we might have done it at some time when we were confused. And when we are confused, we do not want to be judged, shouted at, or we want someone to hear us out, and then the problem gets solved. So now we are sending them to a happy place. We are blessing them. We are setting them free. By doing that, we set ourselves free too. Um, So, first, you have to clean and clear your aura during the quiet period, and that helps to free yourself and heal the influences that come towards you. Then again, Remind yourself you are the creator. Um, Focus on the signal that you get from your higher self once you get connected, and sit, relax, be comfortable so you can feel the signal. Um, Signal could be unpleasant. Generally, it is unpleasant. It is like nausea, dizziness, a certain twitch, a cold or a warm feeling, a numbness, or like when you're going to do something wrong, you are start sweating. These are all signals. Um, See that you get the same signal throughout the week, and when the signal comes, again you clean and clear the aura. So it's so nice when you have the tool. Otherwise, you are lost and you don't know what to do, or a little confused. It's important to clean and clear your aura in hospitals, in crowded places. Um, and in the book, it's also written that the influences are like bubbles of of negativity, fear, anxiety. They are different kind of thought forms. Um, and I thought, if there's a bubble, what you do, just pop it. So the pop is, I send love and light to all thought forms around me. So that's helping us to clean beyond our aura, helping us to have our aura deepen, widen, brighten, um, and remain clean for longer periods. Um, don't let your guard down. So it's important to bring awareness again and again. Um, like when we eat food, we do have 2 meals, 3 meals a day. We remember to do our basic chores. So this is something that um, they say bakka bakka kare pakka pakka kar, means repeat it so many times that it becomes your nature. That's all you have to do. Also, there are preconceived notions. Maybe it is ghosts, maybe it is witch. Um, don't let that bother you. I remember that my mom had to buy a house in Jakarta, and we happened to buy the house of a man who had been living there with his family for some 40 years, and he did not want to shift. And his son said, we have to move out because the house is small. And when we shifted, a month later, he passed away in his new house. And some people came and told my mom, oh, his spirit must be in the house because he didn't want to leave the house. And I was listening at that time. I must have been maybe 12. She said, we have satsang in the house 4 times a week. The lost soul will become unified. And I was like, oh, yeah. I mean, wherever she was like, the whole house has an aura. Even if anything comes, they will find their way. And I thought that's so strange. But yeah. So when we were looking for properties later, when after I got married, and my husband was told, what if there is spirits in the house? And I had the answer ready, and there was no fear. So life is based on our perceptions. Everything is in our mind. If you notice that we have done the unified course with so many people, but everyone focuses on something different. Everyone perceives it different. So everyone who shares their experience is completely different. It's because it's your perception. So what you allow it to enter will enter your space, your heart space. Also, if I complain about somebody or some situation that have happened, the kids would always tell me, first you don't like, then you're carrying that person all the time in your heart. Why are you giving them space? I thought, why am I giving them space? It's my choice. It's my space. Nobody can enter my space without my permission. Um, Make it a practice over and over again. Um, the more you practice, the more you heal. Um, it is this week we are learning to bring more of a pause so that we can hear the clock ticking. And I mean, when I closed my eyes and I really had a clock in the room that I did not hear until I did this chapter. And I closed my eyes and I thought, I can hear the ticking of the clock. So all you have to do is pause. All you have to do is breathe. Come back into your nature. Come back into the moment. So before understanding that it's uninvited influences, I would so often blame people, blame situations, blame my past. I'm the victim. And now I realize, oh, it's uninvited influence, and I have the tools. I can remove it. So that's all you have to do. And it is simple. And then you send them to their happy place, you set them free, and then you send love and light to all the thought forms. So basically, it's here to change your mental pattern. So it is a continuous practice, a daily practice. And the fact that since the last 3 weeks that I have to do, talk about the summary and the quiet practice, the whole day has been continuously focusing on the chapter. So, listening to the podcast, listening to the lessons, sessions, and listening to the different examples, there are so many things you can learn. And that day, somebody had said, "You don't understand. I have so much problem." And my son was sitting there. He was like, "You are building it up in your head. You are actually all knowing." And I thought, wow. And then he said, "You're strangling yourself and saying, 'Set me free, set me free.' Let go of your hand and you're free." That's all you have to realize. So when I was listening to that, I was like, you know, aha, that, yeah. So every topic that we speak about comes out in different ways around us. But so often we are so busy in our daily life that we forget to see, forget to feel, forget to, like they said, it's something you have to experience on your own. Uh, at the moment, masters have experienced it. That's why they are guiding you. But till it is not your knowledge until you feel it, until you practice it, until you understand it. So, how can you do that? It's just consistency. And that is my summary.
Good, beautiful. The practical application of what we learn is what you mentioned, explained, and very clearly explained in day-to-day life. How does this knowing impact us? So, thank you for this beautiful explanation. A few things that I was thinking about as you were talking. Um, One was that as we start lighting up our lamp within, as we start becoming the light,
Mm.
as we start becoming the love, what starts happening to us? We become more attractive to all these influences. How does that actually happen? This became clear to me when you were talking. How does that actually happen? So, when we become more aware, we begin to become also aware of problems of people around us and things around us. And the moment you become aware of their problems, that's the point where you open your aura. The more you are aware, the more you are going likely to engage with that problem. And the
Hmm.
moment you engage, you have opened your aura, right? This is
Hmm.
what most of the time happens. So for those who are on spiritual path, who are awakening now, it is all the more important, especially in the beginning. Later on, I will also explain why you won't need to do it. But initially, as we are opening up, as we are lighting our lamp, the process of protection is very important. Protection in the sense it's not nothing like nothing attacking us or anything in that fashion. It's us letting it happen to us. By your empathy will engage you. And when you get engaged, you are part of that whole story. And in the story, you will start playing a role. So that influence has worked on you. You got influenced. That's all the meaning of the word influence here. So being aware that where do I draw my line? You see a problem, you see someone in distress, where do you draw your line? That's a very these opportunities of testing yourself come every day. So where do you draw the line? So first thing, at least how I practice this, I say it's not my problem. So I disengage myself from the problem, right? This is called discernment. Discernment is that only, separating out where do I want to engage. This universe has everything around me. I can't experience everything at one time, right? So all these things around me, I can't experience all of them at one time. I decide what I want to experience. So I am in control. So in this case, I am seeing something happening. It's not my problem is my first thing. Then I have separated myself from the problem. After that, depending on how that situation develops, if there is necessity for me to help, I will help, but still remembering that it's not my problem. So helping in that mode without attachment, that's very important. And this is the root of that statement that is there in the airplanes and in the book also. First, learn yourself. That's the intention there. You should be able to disconnect, ability to not flow into a problem every time. Okay, so this allowing part is significant here. Now, as you become more and more aware, you are learning your own existence, spiritual existence. You will begin to understand the reason why everything is happening the way it is happening, right? And then you also begin to see, well, um, this is not the experience I need at this time. So I make my choice. The more you are able to keep that way, you are learning, becoming the witness, the observer. The primary characteristic of the observer is that the observer is not connected to anything, simply observing. So this is a step in that direction, becoming the observer. And the more you practice it, it doesn't happen in a day. The more you practice being disconnected, the more you are able to become the observer. And that is spiritual growth. And eventually, when you are so tuned into being the observer, nothing can influence you anyway. Then your aura is protected naturally. Nothing will influence you. A perfect observer is totally uninfluenced. So that's the journey. We are all heading in that direction. So initially, this practice helps you remain disconnected. Okay. So uh, that leakage in your mosquito net will stop slowly and gradually. Initially, there will be leakage. You will get mosquitoes, deal with them. And that's what we are learning in this chapter, how to deal with them. The other aspect of it is that whenever you are hearing someone express their problem, their challenge in life, oh, my pain is the biggest. Everyone says this statement. I have been, for the last 5 years, I have been helping people, and I've heard at least 1,000 people directly, one on one, right? Express that, Shailishji, I want to talk to you personally. Okay. Uh, and then, see, I have this big challenge in my life, blah, 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 starts. And at the end of it, Shailishji says, well, I heard this yesterday, day before yesterday. The pattern is still the same, but this person says, mine is the biggest. You now try to understand this. Why I am explaining this is because you can be in the same boat. My challenges in life are the biggest. And why does that happen? Is because I see only my challenge. I don't see the challenges of others. I see only my challenge. I'm experiencing it, right? But because I am so focused on my challenge, I don't see other people's challenges. I can't feel their challenges. So I have no point of reference to compare. How do I compare? This is a natural shield within us. Because if you begin to experience everybody's challenges, your life will be miserable. It's a good thing that you don't experience other people's challenges. But at the same time, be aware that challenge is a challenge. It doesn't matter big or small. It is a challenge always there for you to grow. It's your, it's for you to grow. And at the same time, everybody is in that boat only. This is just a knowing. You don't have to feel their challenge, but knowing is important that everybody is in a state of challenge. They are here only for that. So, challenge is a part of our growth, and every challenge makes us grow. So, and I am dealing with my challenges, fine, I'm growing. Knowing this is very important. You don't have to, you can discern, you decide, well, okay, that's not my challenge. If you see somebody, you notice a challenge, that's not my challenge. Right? And when you see somebody else's challenge and you are able to see your own state, you can feel the blessing. You can feel the gratitude. Oh, I have just this much only. See that guy. See that person. My God, I am so fortunate I don't have it. That helps you feel the gratitude, feel the goodness. These days, my gratitude is kind of growing. Um, every day when I am in the shower, I feel maximum gratitude for the water, the hot water, the shower, the convenience for my specific needs to be able to shower peacefully with not being able to stand and things like that. I need a place to sit in the shower. All that requirement for me And I feel so grateful that I am able to shower in the morning every day. I'm able to get up from the bed, walk into the shower, have my shower, and come out feeling refreshed. It seems trivial, but imagine if it was not there. How big a facility that I have, and it's all provided for. How when do I feel the pain and the pinch? Whenever I'm traveling. When I travel, I know how beautiful my shower is, how wonderful my shower is. It provides for my specific needs every day. That is how you learn to be in the present, to be in where you are. So that's part of life now. It's becoming part of my life. And slowly, every one of us will be there. You have to slowly and gradually, don't be in a hurry. Learn to discern, right? Separate out. That's not my problem. Start from there. That's not my problem. When you start from there, you can take a very balanced, unbiased approach to any problem or any challenge. So that's something that came out as you were talking, Jayaji. Um, so each of these chapters is there for a reason. There is a purpose for it, and that's what I was trying to explain. That aura cleaning process is very deep. The more you understand, the more you figure out. It has nothing to do with the spirits and stuff like that. We don't have to go there. It may be or may not be, doesn't matter. But for me, what is important is knowing that I am able to separate out and I am able to stay an observer.
Mm.
So, yeah, anybody would like to add to this discussion? You can just, um, before we get into the practice, if there is something you want to add to this discussion, this chain of thought.
Uh, yeah. There are so many times in life that we forget the beautiful gifts that we have. Like, we never had this problem in Jakarta, but when I got married and I came, the water only came from, actually, no, the ground, from the pipes, from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. If somebody forgot to put on the water switch, there would be no water in the house. If they forgot to put it off at 5 o'clock and they would get up at 6 or 7 o'clock, half the water would have leaked. And whatever water was there in balance, we had to use for the whole family, for the cooking, for the cleaning, for everything. So, so yes, water. And another time I had gone to my aunt's house, they had a well 5 floors down and they did not have a lift. And my cousin and I would carry buckets of water, 5 floors. And from one bucket of water, 4 people have to take a shower because the rest of the water is used in the house. So each and everything. There are times when we go traveling or we don't have the comfort of having the type of food you like to have, or it's very oily, or that food doesn't suit you, and you come back with the stomach ache. You don't have access to water. You don't have. These are so many things we take granted for. Uh, or like the fact that you can breathe. I've had an issue with breathing uh, until uh, just a little before Unified. I did an operation, but after the operation, also my nose remained blocked. And the entire blockage was removed after I started the course. When I finished the course last year, there was so much burden that was released, and all the burden I was keeping in myself. Actually, there was no burden, but I was collecting and saying, मैं ही मिली हूँ, I'm the one, I mean, everyone blames me, I'm the victim. Uh, Anytime the kids do anything good, he said, yeah, they're our kids. If they misbehave, he said, what have you taught them? You're the one sitting at home. So I used to feel I'm the one. Yes, I blame everything, on myself. And Unified has taught me to let go of everything. So no medicine could do it. Even the operation could not do it. My sleep is so rejuvenated, so fresh. So all you have to do is just pause and focus on the magic that you have throughout the day. Um, there's one, I don't know, Ravidas, I think it was. He was, he had just heard that God is everywhere, and he was making chapati, and then the dog took the chapati and he runs after the dog. He says, wait, wait, ghee to leke jao. So, like that, God is running after us, nature is running, universe is running after us every step of the way. Like, wait, wait, I'm here. And we are so busy in our daily life, we just walk past that. I said, but nobody loves me, but nobody cares. Yeah.
Yes, this is so good. Yeah. So yeah, Pallavi ji is mentioned. It was Sant
Namdev.
Namdev ji. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
good. So these are all beautiful instances for us to understand, for us to comprehend the existence that we are in, right? Some time ago, probably more than 5 years now, before I started doing these sessions, I read a book about spirits in the houses. There's a book. It's a book by a person whose lifetime practice is to send away spirits from houses. So he has written such beautiful things in that. How do the Where do they come from? How do they travel? He has studies on that also. What path do they follow? That guy is from UK, so UK has been a big battlefield for ages, right? So they have plenty of spirits there, and he figured out that they don't move just like that. They have specific highways that they follow. And I still have the book. I read it. It was very interesting. And then he said he receives requests from across the globe. As a professional, he kind of helps people get rid of spirits from their houses. That's his profession. So, and from that experience, he wrote that book. So there are some things to know about that. There is another existence around us only, but we don't have to be afraid of it, right? We have to be more in the heart to be able to help them. Remember one thing: those spirits are all part of your heart. They are not outside you. When you don't get confused. I keep on saying all these things, but yeah. So they they are part of us. We don't have to be afraid of them. Everything in existence is part of you only. It's the heart. So knowing that, you are trying to kind of sort out things within you. So by helping them go to their right place, sending via our higher self, that process is that only. Helping them find the right place to go. Okay. So that's how beautiful. Another thing that I wanted to share was that in this weather, right now the weather is in here. This is more like spring weather in Canada. So from winter to summer, we are transitioning. And this is the time when everything becomes green. So all the spring-like activities on. And so just because of that, the environment is filled with allergic pollen, and I'm very sensitive to pollen. So to me, that sensitivity is reducing gradually over the years, but I still have. So um, I was not thinking about it, and I suddenly started having cold. And then I suddenly remembered my Hong Kong trip. I think it was either Monilji or Vandanaji, one of them. I received so many gifts from there that I forgot who gave me what. They gave me a white little thing with special balm. It's almost like Vicks kind of thing, but that's a special one there. I have started using that. It's very helpful for me. It just opens up everything. And that um, I don't know the name, but it's a very special one. I think Vandanaji or Monilji, one of you gave me. So I every time I apply, I send love to them. So they both get my love every time I apply it to my nose. It's so relieving. It makes my sleep so easy. Just opens up. So it's a, I can call it big brother of Vicks Vaporub. And that's yeah. So Monilji has written Pak Phai white flower. That's that thing. So it's for Jayaji. You are in Hong Kong. You can use it. I just wanted to share that. Yeah. Yes, Palleviji, you can unmute. Yeah.
Yeah. It gets in Hong Kong only or here only because the weather is changing and my nose is all almost block every the whole week and cough and cold. Yeah. So I need to check whether it gets here also in India.
Hmm.
Mm, yes, Monalji, if it gets in India, just let me know with the same brand or I know. The another thing about the gratitude and the topic is very nice. This I don't know why I get hooked with this topic and the book you mentioned now, because as I shared that thing in Hindi group also while we are having the question answer session, that the thing in the house when I was in Australia, we just moved and I when I entered only I felt something when I entered. So I don't know. From then onward, the things happen, in a very different manner. But then I thought like because many things I got in that house only, all of a sudden sadhana started immediately, and then the journey has turned in a very different way altogether. But as you said that when you become a light inside and towards the spiritual path, then I realized and I as I said, I started seeing it. And I used to be in the house alone, so I used to get scared at the because I didn't have that knowledge what to do with that. So I used to scream a lot, you know instead the love, as you in the unified now it is mentioned, I used to scream a lot. I don't know about the neighbor what they used to think over, but in that fraction, because I used to see them like traveling here and there. So if I would have got the that wisdom at that point of time, then
Hmm.
I used to tell my husband that this is the thing in this house, what to do and all. But then slowly, slowly in sadhana only, when I used to, because he said don't do meditation for. I said I'm not doing it. It happens. What to do? As I said, I just go inside and I don't know what's happening with me. And then slowly, slowly within that thing only, I realized that I have that power inside me, that light I have seen in me, that who am I, like who am I? And then I spoke to 2 3 masters and then I got the solution that this thing what you have just said that you used to do in your past life, that's sending I said maybe I have done that in past life, but right now I got the insight now that I should not choose anything but the real path. Then I don't know what was real path at that time also. So, but I kept on doing meditation, and I land up because in 24 I shifted there in June, and from June till December this thing happened, 2024. And I think this Unified was going on. And in between, as I said, I used to, in between, inside only, I used to come, and then I used to see the PDF. Then there I got the love, prem PDF. I don't know, I read it. So this kind of guidance I used to get. So I was very, very, blessed in that time also. But that was the experience I had to experience, and then I landed up to Patriji, Kartal, because suddenly I felt like I am connected somewhere. I don't know, because there I was alone when this started, my journey started. And then slowly, when decided that I will go to Kartal and see all masters, because I then used to see on the YouTubes everyone, like, Dipti Nadella and this Aham Tattvamasi. And I went crazy, like, I need to, meet someone. And then in Kartal, when I landed up from Australia, not knowing anything, from for 11 days, this thing happened, right? From 21st to 30th. And I enrolled for that thing. But first day when I entered there, oh my God, the language, because I was not knowing anyone, the language is different. And there was a tent where I had to, stay, and washroom and everything outside, everything like, and the first day only everything like dropped, and where I have landed up, like, and I said to my husband that please book my return ticket. I think I have made a wrong decision here, like, and then I don't know, because this was like going through the thing. And in the tent, when I entered, there were two, three girls who were writing the names, like how long you are going to stay. They were giving that, batches as you are staying there. So I said, don't write 11 days. I am trying to go in 1 or 2 days only. Then she looked at me and laughed, like, you will repent afterward. Like, I said, why? I think I am not knowing anybody, because the station was also going in Telugu, I guess. And then I thought, like, what am I going to do here? Like, so many preconceived notion have come with, no, and that this thing will happen, that thing will happen, and I don't know, because nothing was happening. My husband also said that no, your flight can't be cancelled and everything. I was too much frustrated. Then what I decided, I went into that pyramid, because that is the thing only I can do at that time. I had come for that. So when I entered, started entering inside, something happened. The shift happened inside me. I sat there for 2 hours, and then I came back in that tent, and there were three, four people, Hindi speaking people. And then the journey started. And in that 2 hours also, I got a insight that in the ashram, what you expect? I said, huh? What is it like? In the ashram, what you expect? So I said, what ashram? Like, then I got to know, slowly, I realized what luxury you are staying in. In the ashram you are coming, you should not come with the expectation. Whatever it is there, you have to adjust. And that insights opened me up, like, and I stayed there for 11 days. And now when I returned back, I was not that Pallavi again, everything, each and everything, I feel gratitude. I feel gratitude in each and everything. And luckily, thank God, I stayed there, and many experiences were there. So it is something magical, energy in Kartal. And so that was my first experience, like going from here, Australia to India, and then, oh my God. But it was a, so when you don't have anything, then you realize the value of the nothing.
Mm.
So yes, That's what my experience is. So
Mm.
I wanted to
Please
share this.
make a note of what you just said. Make a note of we don't realize what we have. Only when we don't have, we realize. Just note this
Mm,
thing. It's the biggest lesson I have learned in my life.
mm,
My life experience on this particular thing is really very deep. Usually, when you are married, you are a couple, you fight like crazy. There is no time when you will not be fighting, right? Fortunately for me, my wife was very different. So we used to have fights, but very rarely. And fight was mostly difference of opinion only on certain things. But there wasn't really a real fight, as we never had that. But we take each other for granted. When they pass, that's when you actually realize the value of their presence in your life. And this is the lesson I keep on telling everyone that don't take them for granted. Don't take them for granted. Value their presence because they are there in your life, giving you what you don't realize what you are getting. You have, because you are getting it constantly, you don't realize what you are actually getting. That knowing is so big that we should not wait for the loss to teach us what we have. Don't wait for it. Be grateful for what you have already so that you don't have to go through the loss, right? That's the lesson of my life. Biggest lesson. And it's been um, 8 years since she passed away. This month it'll be 8 years. In 8 years, I have very deeply learned what was um, the role that she played in my life and what all did I receive. And it's immense actually. Whenever I think of that, whenever I remember all that, I feel so grateful for her presence in my life. That gratitude is way different from what you have learned about gratitude. When it comes from within, that is very different. It's an experience, it's a state of gratitude. And that's how I learned about being grateful. Right? So this was a lesson. And I keep telling everyone, don't wait for a loss. Please don't wait for a loss. Feel that gratitude, everything that you have, even though it may feel painful, be grateful for it. Even if it is painful, be so grateful that you don't have to go through the loss. Okay, so that's my learning. I'm sharing it with all of you. If this would help someone, just from that point of view. So thank you,
and
Pallavi
I
ji.
asked my husband, thank you, Shananji, after coming back because 11 days I went alone there, no? So how did you find? I mean, I asked my husband, how did you find the house now without me? Like he said that I have done all my, the things and duties what you used to do, but I definitely felt that vacuum of your presence, what you just said.
Mm,
He also don't say much things, so that's why we don't fight and we don't have much fight all the time. He just silent person in the house. So yeah,
mm,
but they vice versa. He is not around. Even his presence is, feeling. If he goes somewhere, it just presence is been, you feel that. something is missing. So yeah, might be what you are calling presence. We should
Absolutely. So,
appreciate that. We
and
should appreciate it.
over time, as I've been growing myself, as I am learning more and more. Actually, after her passing, only my real spiritual life started. And in the process, I am learning more about not just myself, but about her also. And you won't believe this one that she is present with me all the time whenever I am in session. She's always with me, and she makes me know her presence. We have a signal. So, like you have learned so many higher self signals, I have my better half signal also. And that signal is it without my paying any attention, it activates several times
Mm.
during the day or when I am doing some things. She makes her presence felt at certain times. So, this is the growth. Like we all, the purpose of this sharing this is that we consider something as a loss, but actually there is no loss really. The loss is in our mind only. But at the same time, you can always connect, irrespective of what you are doing. You can always connect with anyone you want. And that's what this course is teaching us. That connection is always there. And the wisdom, everyone in your life is a big box of wisdom. Always make, there is no, to me, this is a universal truth. Everyone is a box of wisdom. So whoever you may feel that hey, this guy is stupid. That's a wrong assumption. Everyone is a box of wisdom. It's up to us what we can extract out of it. We are, if we can, right? So I was really fortunate that I was able to extract a lot of wisdom in my life from her presence, right? That's immense. And to date, I remember all that wisdom that I've received. So that's like this is part of my spiritual growth, that the wisdom is now becoming activated, becoming clear to me. Well, that's what you learned, that's what you learned, that's what you learned, right? Like all that I have learned is becoming alive now, right? So that's this nature doesn't take anything away from you, but it gives you in different way, provides for you in very different ways so that you can carry on your life in a much more fulfilled fashion, right? Every loss in life is for our growth. It actually gives more than it takes away. That's my experience. It's my personal experience. Everyone takes it differently. Yes. So yeah. Yes, Deepmalaji.
Atmavandan, all friends, and
Wonderful.
Shailesh. Uh, I forgot because you're such a lovely topic was going on. I literally forgot what I was going to say. So before I came to Unified, I had these little things which were going on, and since I'm always said I'm working on myself, and I've always said Balaji is my guru because he is a very he would not like my family. My father was very commanding. He would tell us do this, do that, but Balaji was always leaving us free. Okay, it's your choice, and then whatever it is, it may not be to his liking also, but he would then accept it. So that was such a difficult job for me because I was used to like, okay, ye karna hai, nahi karna hai, and then suddenly like you're in an open field. And so I used to think, what kind of man is this? He's not even bothered about what I'm. No, but it wasn't true. because over a period of time I realized this is a sort of a thing that everybody has to decide, and a certain level of maturity is required to be able to give that sort of openness to your spouse, your children, and people around you. So that sort of a thing was there. So slowly over a period of time, because of certain things which happened, then I have become grateful to so many things. Like we were in Abu Dhabi, and then people used to say at one point of time there wouldn't be electricity. People used to live in tin shed houses. But when we went in 2002, year 2000, it was all like lovely houses and lovely. So I used to feel so grateful that I'm at the right place at the right time. Had I come a little before, or later on, the things are becoming, for Indians in different places, they're becoming different and difficult and challenging. But I thought, okay, we are at the right place at the right time. So the gratefulness for water in people would had to carry, and still in India and so many villages, people have to carry water. So we're getting it in our taps at such lovely pressure. We can have a shower, we can have a bucket bath, whatever. So for everything is so wonderful. So gratefulness is already there. But the thing which is happening is like there is forgetfulness. It goes up grateful, then goes forgetfulness. And that is the pattern that is happening. Like even for like when I go anywhere, I'm not bothered. Balaji books the tickets. I'm just going like a princess. I'm not- so, but I so feel grateful for all that. I always have money on my phone. I have money everywhere, wherever I want. And so I feel grateful. But when we have a fight or an argument, then all that is forgotten. It's all gone. And we are. So that is the thing. So these things were happening before coming to Unified also, but now there is a bigger remembrance of all these incidents which happened all through their life. Yeah. So then there is one thing which used to happen to me is if I had any question, like somebody said I have this sickness, okay, I feel giddy, and I would say, huh, how would anybody? I would get it myself. I've had this experience so many times that then I became aware that I must be very careful in what I ask. If I say, I wonder who lives in this house, then after some time, I would go to that house and meet the people and, sort of those sort of. So then I had become very aware of what kind of question, if it came to me any question which immediately realized was wrong. I mean, wrong question in the sense, if it's a hospital, I say, what kind of hospital? Then I would say, no, 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 no. Then somebody had taught me that if you say Om Namo Shivaya, then it just gets cancelled. So that's what I started chanting, and it worked well for me. So that was one thing. And then I realized that if you ask good questions, you will get good answers as well. Like there would be people say कि सब जो सीधे होते हैं उनको बुद्धू बनाते हैं. तो I was like, no, no, जो सीधे होते हैं ना उनका सब काम अच्छा होता है. So I was able to flip these thoughts and uh, turn them around and say अच्छे लोगों के साथ तो अच्छा ही होता है. So and it worked. So these things were already happening, but now here it is being put in a very systematic manner. And now, like I used to fall sick when even I was a very small child. If I saw somebody who had some sort of an infection on their body, I would get it. I was maybe 3 or 4, and it would take long time to heal. Even from that time, it was in my whatever aura psyche. And then after marriage, once I had gone to my mother-in-law's house, I had a dream that a neighbor lady was committing suicide. She tied some rope on the. I have not met that lady. I have not gone to their house because we used to just go for holidays to Chennai, and I saw that she's putting a rope and she's trying to commit suicide. I woke up with a start, and then next morning when I shared it with my mother-in-law said that last week one lady had committed suicide in that house. So that sort of a thing has been happening in my life. And I was not scared because I had learned to say Om Namah Shivaya. So that was working for me. Also, sometimes my friends used to say, aise aise ho raha hai, so we have this problem. Then I used to say, nahi, nahi, theek ho jayega, aise aise hoga. And it used to actually happen in that way. So I have that sort of because now doing this unified and going through these sessions, I had a knowing that in many past lives I've had lots of physical sufferings. So in this life, I just have the suffering created by my own mind. Nothing is there. I'm like my parents my father was a colonel in the army, so we had like the best of everything. And then my husband is like such a lovely person. So I had best of everything, but still, I always and a very I don't know if Balaji will not know it. He's there in the group right now. There was this, we were in Sharjah and there was my anniversary, and he was very busy with work because there were lots of projects and stuff going on. And he said, okay, go buy whatever you want. So I went to Damas. It's a jewelry store, and I bought one set for myself. And then I thought, okay, let me take another one. So that man also knows what kind of thing I like. So I bought two. I came home and I'm crying. Why am I crying? I don't have any friends. My husband doesn't want to look at any of this. So what should I do? Nobody's bothered about me. And I'm crying. And now that I'm, recall those things, I feel like so silly, because here is a man, he's given me the card, and I, instead of buying one, I'm buying two. And here I'm crying. So, it's all in our mind, like Jayaji was saying, that we are carrying those things in our mind. And once we shift our perception, we can come. But I'm telling you, this is happening right now also. If he says something to me, I'm like, okay, why did you say that? And, so we're slowly learning. And once we flip these stories, then our life is actually very beautiful. It's already heaven on earth. So there is not this thing, there is no problem as such, but it's only in our understanding. And these things which happen to us, because they're slowly nudging us to this spot. It's not that we suddenly landed here. We've been working on ourselves for years and years, and maybe lifetimes, to come here. And till now, because I've done so many things. I started with art of living, and 10, 12 years I did that, and lots of things happen. But and poor my family, they were like, okay, everybody doing art of living, everybody doing silver mind control, everybody. Now they said, we're not doing, you finish it, then we'll join you. So only Balaji is with me right now. And there was one thing which I had to say, that I had the good fortune to meet Patriji in Baroda twice. He had come to Baroda. The first time it was a live, he played the flute, and we were all, it was lovely. That was the first time, but I think I was not so ready. The second time he came, he looked at me because he was sitting on the stage and I was just on his left side. He turned around, but I was not able to hold his gaze. And that is my biggest regret, because I feel that, if a guru is there and he's ready to pass on something to you, but you are not ready, you are not able to hold his gaze, well, how sad is that? So, but anyway, I think it was to be this way, that I had to come to myself through this way, not through Patri sir. And for a long time, I was to wonder, what is connection? How do you connect to anything or anybody? But there is nothing. This just a doorway within you. You just hear and you just step out, or you step in, and that is all it is. So it is not like in the book Alchemist, he goes all around and then he comes back to his original place. It's like that. So we are all to come back to our original place. You don't have to go anywhere. So yeah, it's I was just thinking about that, the dream. So is it the connectedness, that I could see the lady committing suicide, or I don't think she was an uninvited influence. Maybe she wanted to convey something through me, or I really did not understand that experience. And I've had similar experiences a couple of times. Like we get some smell in the house, and even Balaji will get, both of us would get smell, or some smoke, cigarette smoke, and also ashes inside the house. Things like that happening. Uh, I was never scared. I used to think, "Oh, people upstairs are smoking and throwing the ashes in my." But then I was such a rude lady. I took a ashtray and went upstairs and said, "Please tell your husband to use this." She said, "But my husband doesn't smoke." And then I said, "Maybe your boy." She said, "No, he's in grade 9." And I was so rude. I said, "Okay, you keep it anyway." So but it happened in India. It happened in Abu Dhabi. It happened in Sharjah. It happened in different places. And now that we started going more for these retreats and things, slowly it has reduced. And now I think only last week once I had the smell, otherwise no. So these things are like, sometimes difficult to understand these things.
Yeah, you don't really have to understand any of this stuff, but know that as empath, you are an empath. You are attracting. Attracting who? Attracting those who need help,
Hmm.
right? If you are able to help, fantastic. If you are not able to help, that's okay too. And they will find help elsewhere.
Hmm.
But now that you are part of Unified, now you are learning and understanding their existence is part of you only. So knowing that helps you in taking care of it. Now take it as part of your routine, like you do cooking or like you go to the shower. Likewise, you send these guys to their place wherever they need to go. And you have an assistant
Hmm.
in your higher self, right? Who takes care of this activity. So just do it. Right? That's all.
Definitely.
Not thinking more anything more than that.
Yeah. So definitely there is a shift now because I have some friends who still come and tell me things, and so now when I have certain things to say, and I see that I've been saying those things for a long period of time, but still they're coming back with the same thing. So now I have a solution. I say, okay, there is this book I'm sending you. You read it. When you've read it, come back, we'll talk. So after that, there is nothing. And now I don't get swayed by their emotions, their feelings, and now I'm sort of in myself, even though
Hmm.
they're telling me, and that I think is because of cleansing the aura.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so it is definitely helping. It's
Yeah.
definitely, yeah.
This is
Thank you.
important. So I was mentioning about that book that I read about this how from spirits, right? So this guy used to do cleaning of houses sitting in United Kingdom. He used to clean houses in Australia
Mm.
just from there. And he could actually successfully do it.
Quantum entanglement.
I don't know what the process is, but at that time when I was reading, I just understood, well, it's a thought thing. Through your thought, you can influence, but that thought was somebody else's. But he was able to utilize his ability to think in a way that he was able to influence the thoughts of others. So I
But
really
the only
don't know whether his reputation worked or whatever worked. It did work. That's all is
the
written
only
in the
thing
book.
about myself, I can say that I was never afraid of any of it. That was
Hmm.
the good part. I was
Hmm.
never scared or afraid.
Hmm.
And when I came to know about this Om Namah Shivaya, then I knew that, okay, if I use this, then it's what. And it's just like that, just a sort of a shield. Anything, if you think is a shield, it is a shield.
Hmm. So I'll
I-
also, while we are talking about it, one more thing that just popped up in my mind was that some people, um, uh, they have the urge to heal others, right?
I used to. I used to, and
Hmm.
Balaji would tell me, "Don't do it. You will be taking their karma." But then again, that question is still lingering in my mind. That
Hmm.
if we are unified and we are all one, then we are one. If
Hmm.
my hand wants to heal my toe, then there is no issue in that. But of course, I'm still figuring it out. I haven't figured it
Hmm.
out as yet.
So let me explain to you what's the danger. Why did Patriji always say that don't do any healing?
Hmm.
Because we are not yet fully aware.
Hmm.
So his rules were for protection of 99% of the people. 1% people are aware, so they will not be influenced. But 99% of the people open their aura because they are empaths. Why are they feeling like helping somebody? Because he is an empath. He's able to feel the pain of somebody. So he wants to heal. Natural instinct, right? But healing, as long as you can handle healing in a detached manner, you are okay. But 99% people cannot. They will feel the pain, they will feel the misery, and in the process, they will get connected and get the influence. This is why understanding protection, understanding separation, that's not my problem. That part is very important. This is the
So
reason a
my higher
general
self
rule of thumb is don't do it.
my higher self has given me this guidance during one of those
Hmm.
in Sarvabhaumik Satya that everybody is responsible for their own life. So one morning I had this one, and it's very good because it's for everybody. I will do
Hmm.
everything for my family, but even they are responsible for their own life. because
Ah,
again, I have
yes.
got very nicely now, and that's why if they are not doing what I say, or I'm okay. I
Ah,
found that to be so freeing. It's it just frees you because you are doing it for others, and if they don't listen to you or they don't do what you're saying, that's fine. But if you're family, then you feel, oh, they're not giving me importance. No, it's their
mm,
life, it's their choice, and they are responsible for it. So it is
correct.
nothing to do with me. I'm just
Ah,
here. I'm just here. If if they can be helped by my presence, good. If not, excellent. I've come to that now. It's so wonderful.
yeah. We have this, it's a social thing. We have this embedded in us, the word family, my family, all that has conditioned us in a certain way. And it's a cultural thing, right? The concept of family is very prevalent in the Eastern cultures. In the Western cultures, it's not that prevalent, right? This sense of a family, so much attachment of a family, all that is cultural, right? Um, I hear so many people say, oh, this is my soul family. They have taken family to the soul level also. It is,
But
I feel like laughing. Why? Because at the level of soul, there is no family. Every soul is on itself, and the soul is neither male or female. There is no question of a family. Forget about family. The soul is just a soul, right? People have taken family even there because it gives them a feeling of connection. So this is my soul family. Okay. I just feel that okay, they are still growing, they are learning, they will get out of this thing at some point in time.
But in Soul's Plan, Robert Schwartz is saying that there are, groups and
Hmm.
people they are born together and stuff like that, which I'm reading right now. I shared in the group also because such a lovely read. I'm saying that, we attract people like us in a family. I had American friend, I had Irish friend, Spanish friend. They all were like us only. They were also totally with their family, like my daughter-in-law, and they were totally like me. I mean, like Indians.
Hmm.
So we
The
attract people who are similar to us in our lives. And I used to think, okay, they are just like us only. They're also
hmm.
bothered about what my daughter-in-law said and what my son-in-law said. So they're just
at
yeah.
at the level of there is a difference between family and a group, right?
Mm.
Family
So
is a type of group. Group
hmm.
is a generic term.
Right, right, right.
Family has got connotations attached to it, and that's where the problem is.
Mm.
But it's a part of our learning. We are here for that only. It creates my experiences. That's the
Mm.
purpose, right? So, but knowing is important. Where are you applying your concepts, right? When we are on a spiritual path, we need to understand the spiritual world, the existence.
Mm.
And there are groups at a certain level. Beyond that, even groups are not there. But at a
Mm.
certain level, there are groups. But and the purpose of those groups is to support each other in a certain
Mm.
direction, right? That's it. But there is no attachment in nothing. And family is attachment. It's a bond. Groups don't have bonding. They
Mm.
align for a purpose. Then it becomes a group.
Right.
So it's we are learning about it. We will slowly and gradually. Why I am talking about this aspect is that I want to plant a seed within you so that you can, at appropriate time, allow it to germinate and blossom. Right?
Thank you.
You will find that. I mean, most of the enlightened beings that you will come across, they their um, their behavior doesn't have any attachment at all, none whatsoever. Right? And the reason for that is they have understood. At the spirit level, they are by themselves. Everybody is looking after themselves only. It may seem very odd, it may seem very ruthless and crude, but that's the truth. The last leg of our spiritual evolution is alone.
Hmm.
The aloneness in our life is a part of our spiritual development, growth. So you will find that at some point in time in life, you or people in general will become alone. The life will take away all those attachments from them. And you will be put in a situation where you have to look after yourself.
But we have already dropped those things ourselves. If
Hmm.
we drop them ourselves, then there is nothing which will take it away from us. Like,
Ha.
so
Hmm.
we are sort of, reduced our needs or wants or things like that. Slowly, it's not that by force. It's just happening sort of naturally. Like Balaji and me, I feel we're going in the flow.
Hmm.
So things are just, we went and bought a farmhouse. Right now I am in the city and he's there.
Hmm.
But we stay there, so we don't have much interaction with city people. We just have a few neighbors who are villagers, and
Hmm.
very very simple and very very slow life, which is
Yes,
what we have for contemplation. It is very good.
correct. The detached living can happen in a family environment also. You don't have to just like no people around you type of situation. No, no, no. You still are part of a social system, but
Hmm.
within the system, you start feeling alone. It's not
Hmm.
lonely. It's not lonely. It's alone.
Shailesh, that has been for a very long time.
Uh,
That
that
feeling alone is for a long time. And many times I used to feel nobody loves me, but then I had this thought, God loves me. And that
so
would just
that
make me, uh,
that
that would
is
make,
that is not aloneness. That is loneliness. That's the
that was,
difference.
then. Now
Hmm.
it is shifted.
Yeah. So
Now it's shifted.
yeah, they are two very different things. So aloneness is a sign of maturity in the right direction. It doesn't like you don't become a hater of society or you don't become sort of unsocial person. None of that. Being in the system, still internally remaining detached. And when you are detached, you tend not to lose balance. Basically, taking care of influences.
Yeah. That's the best part of this chapter. That even if you are upset about something, but you don't lose it, you stay, and that's why you are able to take, I feel, better decisions and vocalize it in a very nice way. You are not because I used to lose it when I was younger. I used to just be um, very angry and stuff. But now I feel even if I'm angry, I can answer very gently and softly, and even there was one of the grocers near my house. He says, "Madam, आपका आवाज बदल गया है." So there is a. I told him मैं थोड़ा ध्यान करने लग गई.
Good. That's good. It's the growth is gradual, and why is it gradual? So that you do not feel the pinch.
Hmm.
If it is sudden, the pinch will be felt, and you may quit. So that's
Hmm.
the purpose. It's gradual, so that you are not even feeling the pinch, and you are growing gradually, gradually, and then you are eventually at a state where suddenly the switch will flip.
Hmm.
That's that flipping people get confused about. Oh, awakening. Awakening is a process, it's not an event. So you go through the process, come to a state of maturity where the flip can happen.
But
I call
some days it is so hard to even sit for those 10 minutes.
hmm,
And some days I can sit for hours and hours. So
uh,
that stability has not come till now. I
don't worry
some days
about it.
I get up at 5 and sit for an hour, and after 12 also sit for an hour. But some days not even like 5-10 minutes is the hardest. Like it's a challenge. I have to sit. I have to sit. I have to sort
Accept.
of coax myself.
Just accept
That,
it. Don't force. Accept it.
hmm.
That this is normal with me. I can't do it every day. That's okay. Accept it. And when you accept it, the resistance will go away. right? When you accept it, resistance will go away. Then only you will be able to embody it as natural practice. This is it will happen, right? So don't worry
Thank,
about it.
thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Kumarji. Um, yeah.
Sir, Jayaji's been waiting. It's
Yeah,
already
yeah,
15 in
yeah,
Hong Kong.
yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, so that's what I wanted to say. Kumarji, can we do the your sharing after the practice?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Babaji.
Thank you. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes,
All right.
Jayaji, you can start. Yeah.
Let's calm ourselves down, settle down, maybe dim the lights, drink a sip of water if you need to. Sit down in a comfortable posture. Into our deeper knowing, into the ocean within. Take a few deep breaths. Be with yourself right here, right now, not in the past, not in the future, but the present. Relax your entire body. Start with your head, your eyes, your nose, your ears, your mouth, your jawline, relax your throat muscles, relax your shoulders, your hands, your fingers, feel your chest relax, your abdomen, your entire spine, and your back muscles. Relax your genitals, your thighs, your calves, your feet, and your soles. Let us clean and clear our aura. To all uninvited influences in my aura, I send love and light. You are all whole and healed. You were created of love and light. You are love and light. You each have a perfect place to be, where there is no pain and there is no fear. I request my beautiful higher self to take you there. Each of you go in peace. You are free. I send love and light to all thought forms around me. Peace is within us. Whatever happens around us does not affect us unless we allow it to. We are the creator, the master, the owner of our lives. As we go within, beyond our senses, we have access to our true wisdom. I am all knowing intelligence. We have used our five senses to perceive everything. Now we use our inner knowing and explore the world within. Slowly and gradually, it will become an automatic process. Our higher self is always there, has always been there, will always be there to nudge us, support us, guide us, prod us. So let us listen to the voice from within, the higher self, as it guides us with so much love. When we sit in silence, then only we can discuss, chat, talk, and share. So calm your body, calm your senses, and let's dive deeper. Pause, relax, feel, connect. If any thoughts come to you, gently move it aside. Bring your attention back to your heart space. It is the gateway to peace, to better understanding, to know your true nature, your actual self. Focus on your heart space and feel the vibration. Feel the expansion. Pause, relax, feel, connect. Feel the stillness grow around you, spread around you. I inhale purity. I exhale stress. Inhale love. Exhale fear. Inhale joy. Exhale anxiety. Feel the purity. Feel the vibration. Feel your aura grow bigger and bigger and brighter and brighter. Breathe in and out naturally. Our every breath is taking us into our heart space. With every breath, we feel the love expand and the light grow brighter. I am the observer. I am the seer. I am the knower. I am here to watch the show. Peace is within us, not outside, not in the past, not in the future. Right here, right now. Nothing can affect us until we allow. I am made in the image of God. I am love and light, like God. I am joy. I am peace. And I am abundance. I am all-knowing intelligence. I am timeless. I am boundaryless. I am in all, and all is in me. I am abundant. I radiate abundance. I am a light glowing in each and every thing around me. I send love and light to every cell of my being. I send love and light to all my loved ones. I send love and light to the plants and the trees, to the mountains and the seas, to the sun, to the moon, to the stars, I send love and light to all human beings and animals. I send love and light to the entire universe. As I connect with my higher self, I can feel the guidance and the support. I can hear my higher self. I have the power to control what enters me. I understand what disturbs me. I understand what influences me. And my higher self reminds me again and again, nothing has the power to enter my heart without my approval. Nothing. The uninvited influences are loving creatures created by God, just like I am. They are whole and healed, but do not know that. They are confused and frightened and need guidance. I now know and have the power to send them to their perfect place. After I have received my higher self signal, I am ready to ask my higher self for a signal for uninvited influences. Keep your body relaxed, comfortable, open, and receptive. Be patient and wait for the signal. It could be a feeling of dizziness, nausea, slight pain, uneasiness, uncomfortable sound, or vision. It could be a slight twitch in the body, a warm feeling, a cold sensation, or even numbness. Anything that catches your attention can be dealt with. As and when you receive the signal, clean and clear your aura. I close my aura to all except my higher self. And the signal will go away. If the signal is still there, clean and clear your aura again. Uninvited influences are actually forms of energy, bubbles of negativity, fear, worry, concern, or anger. Since I am whole, healed, and complete, and I am made in the image of God, I send love and light to all thought forms around me. We can repeat these words as many times as we want. Remember, we have the power to allow what enters us. Let's continue to build our connection with our higher self. And repeat this formula a few times of the day to strengthen our aura, to brighten our aura, and to heal. Many times there will be a strong thought to tell you that you have an uninvited influence. It could be in the form of exhaustion, irritability, yes, fear, anger. Use the magic words. I send love and light to all thought forms around me. Refill your heart with love and abundance over and over again. Reminding yourself to be in the present, right here, right now. The more the repetition, the more the consistency, the deeper we heal. We thank our higher self for being with us, always and always, to guide us, to nudge us, to support. Thank you for being our constant companion. Thank you for being our friend and guide. We thank all the amazing masters who are walking this path with us and showing us the way step by step. with so much love. Thank you to the author for spending so many years being guided, for sharing the knowledge, for writing the book. We thank Babaji for giving the guidance in simple, understandable language. And walk through the simple steps of this unified process. For making it so simple, yet so profound. Making it comfortable for us to dig deeper into ourselves, understand and heal ourselves. I am the knower. I am the observer. I am the seer. I am the creator. It is time to come out of the meditation and set the intention that I am here to learn, to heal, to follow, to feel, to understand myself. I am the entire universe, and the entire universe is in me. You may wiggle your toes and take your palms, put it over your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You may open your eyes gently whenever you're ready. You may sip some water or write down your thoughts if you need to. and just pause.
Thank you, Jayaji. It was a very peaceful meditation, very, very peaceful. Makes me feel absolutely quiet within. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. It's too late for you in the night, and you still continued. Thank you so much for that. And my apologies, I lost track of time. Thank you. All these masters from Hong Kong, for them it is very late in the night, but they all continue to support us, serve us as a group. So I'm really grateful for all the support we get from the group in Hong Kong. Thank you. So one last chance for anyone wanting to ask anything from Jayaji. We don't want to let her go to sleep. Uh, Thank you. Yes, Kumarji wants to ask you something, Jayaji, before you go.
Atmanandan,
Uh,
Shaileshi, Jayaji, all masters. I just want to share uh, your sharing,
Mm.
your satsang, your delivery, your observation, and personalize your experience. It's amazing. You're always amazing. You are meant to be. It's a show organically, so simple, and then you make this thing understood completely. You are the teacher, and all other masters, Pallaviji, or Deepmalaji, all unique. Shaileshi, Pritiji, yeah, they're extraordinary. We're catching you, following how you do, guys. So all amazing master. I just want to really appreciate it. And thank you for sharing this satsang. So I just want to say thank you, Jayaji, all master who contributed or not contributed, willing to contribute it. So this is amazing. Thank you so much. I'll get back to you, Shaileshi. Thank
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Kumarji. Now, Jayaji, you can go.
you. Sure.
Thank you. Yes, anyone would like to? Yeah.
Yeah, when we get up in the morning, we are actually a ball of energy. We have sleep is supposed to charge us 100%, but during the day, without the course, we waste our energy in so many ways by listening to something that's unnecessary, watching, doing things. But when the more we connect, the more it charges. So when the battery is full, then the experience is different. And when you're almost depleted and you have 5% energy, the phone gets hot. There is a warning signal. There is so because of the course, again and again, you are full of energy. So that is why you don't even need much sleep at times because you didn't waste the energy. So because whenever we charge the car over here, when it's full, it runs very well, and when it's almost over, you get the warning. You get so. our higher self is so beautifully connected, but it's just we didn't see, we didn't know. Yeah. Thank
The
you for
thank
giving us the chance for revision, the chance for expression, the chance to perceive it, to see our opinion, to guide. Um, it's a beautiful journey to revise. It's
you.
been fantastic to sit down and analyze, and because of the topic, the subject that you have to do, uh, nothing else comes in the way. It's like one king had given a man a bowl full of oil and said, walk around the kingdom and I will see you in the evening. But if one drop of oil falls, I will behead you. I will cut your head. So when he came back in the evening, the king said, did you see my city was so beautiful? He said, city, I was only focused on the cup. So during the course, anything that happens, I'm like, oh, uninvited influence. Oh, all knowing intelligence. I'm all knowing, so nothing can affect me. Or whichever topic it is, it's like reminding yourself over and over and over again. So, yes, Raja Janak, you live in the world, but above everything. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. This is a very beautiful message for all of us. Yeah. We should gradually we will get to a state where we stay in this state outside the session also. Slowly, the distractions will start to fall. Now you will begin to see the benefit of staying in this mode. And the more you stay there, the more you would want to stay there. So it's a gradual process. A shift will happen. You will notice that you are no longer interested in things which were draining your energy. But I mean, it'll be a very interesting exercise for some of you who are journaling to also note down energy wasters during the day. Audit your energy. Where were you? Where all did you deploy your energy? Right? So if you are able to start noting down those things, well, this is where I felt exhausted. I felt exhausted. I felt those are the things which drained me. Your awareness will start catching. Okay, I need to avoid such of these things which are draining my energy. So avoiding leakage itself is a preservation, right? So you are holding on to that much more energy that you earlier used to waste, and you will feel that energetic. I can tell you for myself, the days on which we do the session, in the daytime, I have to go to sleep. I feel that need to rest. On the days when we don't have a session, the whole day I am just going all around the place. I just keep doing things during the day, right? That's the difference. And we observe what we do, and we learn and note those things. So all of you would have your own experiences. Bring awareness to specifics, and that will kind of guide you from within. We'll do lot more actually in part two anyway, right? We are going to be working on specifics in part two, so that will be there. Yes,
Thank you.
thank you, Jayaji. Thanks a lot. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for a beautiful experience that you gave to all of us today. Anyone, any questions, any other ideas, thoughts?
So you said no, the experience. So 13 years ago, I lost a baby,
Hmm.
and it was a turning point to realize what I have received, what he brought into my life. I learned to pause. I was only running. I learned to appreciate each and everything. And when the doctor put the baby in my arms, he was a 9 months complete. So beautiful with features, all the features complete. But he didn't have a heartbeat. And that's when I realized nothing is in my control, nothing is in my hands. I learned to appreciate my health, my time, my connections. Otherwise, I was like, jaldi karo, jaldi karo. Everything has to be done on time. And that's when I realized everyone is different. So I can have an opinion, but when my kids have, my friends have, it's their opinion. They have every right to their opinion, and I'm not here to correct anybody but myself. Uh, so that situation was very heavy to take until I realized the beautiful, meaningful things that he taught me. He came to show me the value of life. He came to show me the value of people in my life, of time. And there's so much that um, I appreciate now. Otherwise, those things were there, but I didn't appreciate it as much. So now, after that, every argument became a discussion. Every topic did not enter me. It's not, I hate your decision or I hate your way of doing something. That's you and I'm me. Like you said, no, it's not my problem. So we say teraki. So if it is my problem, teraki. If it is your problem, meraki. What has that got to do with me? So everything becomes more beautiful. Everything becomes more valuable. Because of him, I joined Chinmay Ashram to teach as so every lesson that I teach, I have to learn by myself. If otherwise, if I don't know it, how can I teach it? So in that way, I grew. And then the unified course has added more. It's like the cherry on the cake. Uh, so life was like a plain piece of paper with a lot of scratches, with a lot of disturbances. And now it's with a lot of flowers. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I still remember the face of the Jaya that I met in Hong Kong. It is very different from what you all see today.
Yes.
So-
Agreed.
And this is just, when was that? That was like January last year. Yeah?
Yes. Just before you started the course.
2025, before 2025 course,
Yes.
I
Yes.
I met her. So from that time to now, it's a very different person. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you. When I met you and I met Preeti ji, it's like I felt my purane rishtedar, my old connection. I just clicked. And I was like, I found it. Okay, I know you. I don't know how I know you, but I know you. I feel I yeah. Just it's been a good journey. So thank you.
Consciously avoided the soul family word. I was just listening to you about to say or what you are saying. Sorry, I'm just, too much see the words
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
is what is saying because it says about the person then, you know. It's
Yeah.
fabulous, Jayaji, because I've been contacted with one person. I see her. She also lost her 5-year baby, but a lot of things she has also come up to because I feel a lot of thing. She is in the journey, but as you say, sometimes we have to learn the hard way. As Shailesh just now said, don't wait for that thing to, lose in your life and then you learn lesson. But we can't help it. Like, it's not in your hand. Others' experience also, it's their experience. And I have learned that in a hard way that you have that empathy and you understand that as I'm seeing you, you'll let that person meet you, but no, it's not like that way. When she has to learn, she will learn that. Maybe in the journey as you found unified, and then slowly, that is really gradual thing in the process. There is no shortcut to that. I have
Everyone has
learned
their
that
journey, everyone is on their own
journey. They have to
experience.
finish it. And as Patri said, you can't do others' homework. That also very, it's, yeah,
Yes.
you can't do
Yes.
that.
You can't take the
Only,
test for others. Only your
yeah.
exam paper will be valued,
Hmm.
not the other.
And it's as Deepmala ji said, no, I used to think that way, ki how that person will learn, and the same test will come in my life. I have experienced that, and then I thought like I am doing something wrong, As yesterday, that day also, Jyoti ji's experience, and then I learned through Unified also. I mean, many things I have got to know how to set your boundaries now that has given by unified. Otherwise, we are just get into the flow, which is also not right. I mean, you are good and all, everything is fine. You are in the energy, you understand that, but this is very nice. That's why I connected with Unified and Shailesh after a long time. That has also, it's my journey altogether. So thank you so much for a very insightful, meditation also today. I have very much connected with the words you have said, with the influence, how you have to set the boundaries, especially. Thank you, Shailesh. That's what I just wanted to add. And Jayaji. Good night. Sleep
Good
now.
night. Good night. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Pallavi
Thank
ji.
you.
Chaliye. So let us all say good night to Jaya ji and bring this session to a close for today. Next week, we will have the session for 2 days. Hmm? Chapter 6 we are going to do. So two masters will lead us through. And so it will be Thursday and Friday next week for the English session. And in the Hindi group, it will be 3 days actually. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So the entire week next week will be sessions. So just be aware. And thank you. Thank you all the masters
Thank
for
you.
joining us. Thank you for being part of this journey with us.